Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the Elite Bitcoin Holder Show, the show of mine that's only in audio podcast format. Remember, check out sportsmeister.com and follow me at Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt. Noise versus knowledge. That's what we're going to talk about today, because there is a lot of noise out there, but there is knowledge among all that noise. Now, there's certain people out there that take the web, they're navigators of the web, okay? The 20%ers. They click on links on Twitter. They click on the links that people list under their YouTube videos. They don't need an algorithm to tell them where to go. What's the next site to check out? They don't need Facebook to shove some link in their face. They can find the links on their own, the navigators. And back in the older days of the web, there used to be aggregators. There were portals that were designed by actual people, and they had links to related topics that real people thought were helpful, where real people thought you could learn about topics. Now, again, you weren't doing the thinking, but you found the page, the portal page, and then you could choose for yourself, like, well, that link, that title looks good. I'm going to read that. And if that story was good, you'd go back to the portal and see if there were any other helpful articles. It wasn't an exercise in making you addicted to constantly following what the portal was telling you to do. Like today, the algorithms that YouTube uses, that Facebook uses, that many other social media players use, they're just to make you keep on clicking on things they want you to click, so you can continue to click on things that they want you to click on without thinking at all, And you're not learning at all. You're just moving on to the next high. And today, there are still aggregators out there, I would say. People that make YouTube videos, and then underneath the videos, they're like, well, check out these related topics. Some are to other YouTube videos. Some are to Twitter feeds. Some are just to websites, to blog posts. Those are the curators of today. Same thing, or the aggregators of today. They're actually curators. And same thing on Twitter. The good Twitter feeds, sure, they'll tell a joke or two, and they'll post their own original information, but then they will post links to related topics where you can learn more. Now, as I referred to before, basically today's web is dominated by popularity algorithm hubs like YouTube, like Facebook. And again, you can navigate them with your brain. You can. Google also is a popularity algorithm hub, okay? You need to be able to think for yourself instead of, blindly clicking on what is thrown up there by the popularity algorithm hubs. And most people they will just click on whatever is, YouTube says, click on this video next. So it shows 5 related videos, and you'll click on the first one that you see. And sometimes the videos are, I'm not going to say, sometimes the algorithms are good for a thinking person, but so often it's just, you're not, they're telling you they want to send you to approved material that has a lot of advertising on it, where they know you're going to click on even more stuff. Okay. It's a very well thought out process on their part on what they want you to do. And you cannot get into the habit of clicking on what some algorithm is telling you to do. You have to be able to find the curated list, the links, the aggregators that exist out there still to this very day, whether it just be links under YouTube videos or links on helpful Twitter feeds. And you should not need an algorithm to think for you. I mean, that's the bottom line. So I say this: a click a day makes you elite. If you actually, after you watch a YouTube video, click on one of the links that the creator provided, okay, that's going to give you more information, you're elite. I mean, I run a YouTube page. YouTube channel, a popular YouTube channel, I know for a fact so few people, and I've got a lot of 20%ers watching my channel, so few actually click on the links. And you don't have to click on the links every single time. That's why I'm saying a click a day makes you elite, okay? Just doing it on like one video once a day, you are going to learn something that most people aren't, because 80%ers don't click on the links of aggregators. They don't. They follow what the algorithm tells them to do. They're too lazy to look what's underneath a YouTube video, or to sometimes they'll just retweet something that's on Twitter without even clicking on it, without even, they're almost virtue signaling, like, oh, that looks smart, but they don't even bother to read it. So again, if you take the time to actually to click on a link, an educational link, you're way ahead of the game. You've got insider information, and do apply all of this to Bitcoin. You can apply all this to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Everything that I'm telling you, it's true in any subject matter on the web. So if you are a content creator, you want to attract the right people, not all the people. Appeal to your base and strengthen that connection. Conviction is admired by thinkers, okay? So if you've got a thinking base that you've gathered up, keep on appealing it. You don't need to be mass appeal. When you start appealing to the masses, you're losing what you really believe in. What do you stand for at that point? And you want to go to sites and Twitter feeds out there that are set up in that way, that attract the right people, not all the people, not the mass media ones, not the ones that want to fit into the culture, the mainstream media, the ones that are clearly sticking to their guns, sticking to their conviction, and talking about what might seem boring to the 80%ers, but what ends up being insider information. The tortoise wins the race, okay? Again, you're the strong hand guy that doesn't want to talk about fancy altcoins. Yeah, that is me, and it pays off. Oh, I have stuck to my guns, and I have attracted those same people. Again, there are many people that are willing to pay me lots of money to promote their IPOs and ridiculous sites that talk about altcoins, and I don't do it because I stand for something. I know that the people that support me, my core, my base, they support me well, and it builds the strength of my channel. It builds my brand, and it makes me a happy person that I have stuck with what I believed in, and it gives me more conviction to stick with what I believe in, because again, I am talking about subject matters, but I'm also living those subject matters. I'm living that Bitcoin. So I'm practicing what I preach, and it's a very healthy lifestyle. If you really believe in what you're talking about and you're not changing, you actually live that. So go to the sites and feeds where the right people are learning. Yeah. Appealing to the base is like wrongly vilified in today's society. It is so they're approved, and for that reason, approval of the masses is put on top of all qualities, and that just ends up with this mindless mainstream society that we have today, because people become fitting in involves appealing to the masses and not standing for anything, and that's what the web. So much of the web, so much of YouTube, so much of Facebook, Twitter has become that. And with this podcast, the information that I just given out, I think you can navigate easily through that clutter and be able to identify. Well, wait a second. What is this even about? This is like the most blah thing in the world. Now, there are going to be some 80%ers that just aren't going to. They like the adrenaline hit. I mean, they like the dopamine hit. They're like, oh, what's the next latest, hottest, greatest, coolest, fanciest looking thing out there? Ooh, yeah, that guy totally changed his mind. He stands for nothing, but ooh, it's a new car, so I'm going to click on that. Yeah, I think you're going to be able to identify that pretty easily now. And and I think in the cryptocurrency space, sometimes it's a little harder to identify that because this is all so new. But I mean, if you become familiar with certain content creators and you see the ones that change their ways and talk about everything, I think you're going to be able to know, like, well, I should go in a different direction. I got to stick with the people who are And again, so there might be two different people that they don't agree, but they have conviction, and they're talking about similar subject matters. So investigate both of them. I mean, I give both of them credit, and you decide which direction you want to go in. That's healthier than just going with the latest and greatest trend. And most people just can't pick a darn side anymore. People just want to appeal to everyone. I mean, you look at politics, they stand for nothing. They're trying to appeal to everyone. Appealing to your base has been wrongly vilified. It really has been. Okay. Yeah, search engine optimization is a tool to attract 80 percenters. 20 percenters can find links on their own. Okay, they're not going to necessarily blindly just pick what's on the first page of Google. Okay, sometimes that can be helpful or whatever if you're just like looking up how to spell something. But again, if you're getting into serious matters here about your financial future, you want to be able to find a trusted source and then go from there and see links that trusted portal provides. So search. I mean, if you're a content creator, don't try to search engine optimize. I don't try to do that. Because you end up appealing to the masses. You end up creating clickbait titles, and then your content ends up becoming totally mindless. Again, you with my titles. I do the opposite of clickbait. I got horrible titles out there because I just want people to know what's in my video. I'm not trying to put like $1 million Bitcoin out there. I mean, that's one of the biggest tells in the space that the person is all they're trying to do is they're trying to get clicks. They're trying to be a YouTuber. They're not trying to be a Bitcoiner. I think in any subject matter on the internet, you got to decide to yourself, is this person trying to be a YouTuber, or does this person really know about the subject matter and really want to teach people about and is really knowledgeable in the subject matter and stands for something that deals with the subject matter. I mean, we have all these people talking about red pill knowledge and philosophical knowledge out there. But half of them just go with what the trendiest topic is, and they don't really put their foot down. They're very much willing to change their minds on core issues. They don't have they might try to build up a core, and then once they have a certain amount of followers, then they just go totally mainstream and try to appeal to everyone, and they totally leave the core and the base behind. So yeah, the people that focus on their core and their base and build their brand that way, that ends up as a helpful insider information. It's an insider information tool. That's what it becomes. And if you're a content creator, you should give this out. And if you're searching for information, well, that's what you should be searching for. Someone that's clearly appealing to the core and the base, and it's giving you the really basic insider information. No fancy stuff, just the pure. Because half of success in life is just understanding basics and keeping it simple. All right, I'm Adam Meister. Remember to follow me on Twitter @TechBalt, TechBalt. See.